Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Zay Parker. So, we're on YouTube. This is my first time actually doing a reaction video, and actually my first time watching Red Table Talk as well. So, the reason why I'm picking this video is because this August I've seen things been very interesting to me from a relationship standpoint as a black man, and just trying to figure out exactly how some people are mad about this, some people are upset, some people are hurt by what happened with Jada and between Will, but you know, we're hearing the rumors that they're okay with it. Will said it was okay. That's what August said in his interview with Angela Yee, that Will gave him the blessings to be able to date Jada. So why are we really tripping about if that's their choice? If that's their family and that's what they want to do, that's on them. That has nothing to do with us. I think a lot of the reason why people are so upset about it is because it kind of brings up insecurities in their own relationships. But that's not what you came here for. You came here for my reaction to it. We're going to watch this for the first time together. I'm going to pause it every time I hear something interesting or something I just got to call out. But let's go.
This red table for me, just all the stuff that's going on in the press.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was important to come to the table to really clear the air. Somebody made a statement.
All right, so before we even get into it, we're 16 seconds into the video already, and Jada and Will, their demeanors and their energy are on two different levels right now. Will looks so uncomfortable, yo. He looks so tired. He looks distraught. I don't know if he's sick or maybe he's just really stressed out. He looks visibly upset and stressed out about it. Versus Jada, she looks look how relaxed she looked right now in this. Look, Will's got his hands, you know, he's grabbing his hands underneath the table, you know, he just looks very tense. Versus Jada got slides on, yo. Jada got slides with the socks on, like she about to go ball right after this Red Table Talk. She got her feet in the chair. She just looked real calm and relaxed, like it's not that big of a deal for her. But again, Will looks visibly upset. He looks like he's sweating low key. But let's get back to it.
For me, that wasn't a statement I made.
Mm-hmm.
That went cray-cray.
And one of the reasons why I wanted to come to the table is the media, the headlines. We specifically never said anything.
Yes.
We were purposely not saying anything. Any headline that says Jada said or Will said or the Smith said is not true. We specifically never said anything.
Right.
So coming to the table was like, we just felt like it got to the point where you got to say something.
Yeah, and to stop that cycle.
Yeah.
You know, there's people's feelings involved.
Right. Right.
You know, and at the end of the day, I don't like how all of this came to be. That doesn't matter. It's all love. Honestly. And I would usually not, you know, that would be something I wouldn't comment on at all.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like it's a situation that I consider private.
You just feel like it ain't really nobody's business.
Yeah, but
yeah. But now Black Twitter has claimed it as their business.
But you know, I feel like it's healing that needs to happen.
Yo, Black Twitter not missing out on nothing, yo. When Black Twitter gets their grip on something out here in these streets, they not letting go until they get down to the bottom of what the hell is going on, what's happening.
Yeah. But now Black Twitter has claimed it as their business.
But you know, I feel like it's healing that needs to happen. And I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
Even though this is minuscule, I do feel like it's these kinds of things that create the world that we're in. And the idea of not communicating, not talking about it, not clearing the air, and just being as transparent. Just being transparent.
And I'm here with you.
Yeah, I thank you for that, because you've been on a hell of a journey with me. So that's what we're going to start with. This is a very personal journey.
Yeah.
That became very public.
Yes, absolutely.
For whatever reason.
So what happened, Jada?
Okay, so let's start with, I guess about 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it was about 4 years ago. Started a friendship with August. And we actually became really, really good friends. And it all started with him just needing some help. You know, me wanting to help his health, his mental state.
Because for me, that was the thing when Og first came around, he was really sick.
He was really, really sick, yeah.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah. And I mean, we found all those different resources, you know, to help pull him through. And from there, you know, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Marriages have that, though.
Yeah,
Marriages have that.
Yeah.
Damn. Jesus. Damn. Yo. All right, man. They being very transparent. They not pulling no punches at all. Okay. That's interesting. That's really interesting. And that's crazy that the reason why he came into the picture in the first was when August was sick. You know, when his health, he started going blind. He started having these autoimmune issues. I think his sister also had cancer and passed away. He had to take care of his nieces and everything like that. So just all that stress. And, you know, I guess he reached out. Apparently, from what they're saying, that's how they linked up, was when he was not well, when he was sick. And I guess they were leading him down the path of health and, you know, self-discovery. At least Jada was. I mean, the whole family, but I guess, you know, like Jada said, they became really, really good friends. Really, really good friends. We know what that means, though. Just say y'all was smashing, Jada. That's all you got to say.
Very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though.
Yeah,
Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we could be over. You know?
We were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August. And one thing I want to get clear about and clean up, one of the things that was kind of swirling.
Entanglement. I like how Jada, that's how you know Jada and Will are just used to being in the media for all their lives. You pay attention to the vocabulary that they're using. She didn't say relationship. She said friendship earlier. She didn't even say friendship. She didn't say, you know, a relationship. She said an entanglement. Not, you know what I'm saying? What is an entanglement? Y'all were just friends with benefits type thing. He was the rebound because your husband didn't want you. Y'all were separated. Y'all were indefinitely done, thinking the divorce was coming. So I guess entanglement is a nicer way of saying he was the rebound from Will.
In the press about you giving permission, which is... you know, the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission, because we were separated amicably. Yeah. And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which he's not.
I think, so, I mean, because this is your red table and you like brought yourself to the red table, I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what? You
and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened.
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
Again.
An entanglement?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Will. All
yes.
A relationship.
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely. Yeah. I was in a lot of pain. And I was very broken.
Thank you, Will.
Now, in the process of that relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself. And luckily enough, you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. I would definitely say we did everything that we could to get away from each other, only to realize that that wasn't possible.
So we come to the red table. So I'm in the Jada position right now. So,
Okay.
you know, you during that time launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with my codependency, which is another thing that I had to learn to break in this cycle. Just that idea of needing to fix and being drawn to people that need help, whether it's your health or whether it's your addictions. There's something about that childhood trauma that feels as though it can be fixed through fixing people versus fixing me.
Yeah,
And I think that whole process with all really showed me that and taught me that. And I'm really grateful for that lesson.
I feel like that husband, like I'm with you at the press conference. I'm that husband. Now I got to be with you at the press conference while you like tell the world about your transgressions.
Well,
Like I love my baby. I'm gonna stand by my baby no matter what.
well, you know, I definitely understand why it would look that way or feel that way, but I actually don't look at it as a transgression at all. Through that particular journey, I learned so much about myself and was able to really confront a lot of emotional immaturity, emotional insecurity, and I was really able to do some really deep healing. You know, and as I came through and started to realize certain things about you and I, he decided
Yo, I'm sorry, y'all, about
to
this buffering, yo.
break all communication with
Facebook
me,
tripping
which
today.
was totally understandable.
Right.
And I let that be and hadn't talked to him since.
Right.
So it is a little weird that all this stuff is coming out now, since this was
Yeah, because for me this
several-
was years ago, right? You know, so the fact that it's coming up now, and I think it could feel weird for people that we're laughing and talking about it, but
It happened
it's,
so long ago.
you know, and our experiences of working through it, fighting through it, talking through it, and therapizing
Right.
through it. I think that the why now is weird.
Yeah.
All right, so based off of that statement they made just now, like we've heard speculations over the year they were swingers and stuff like that. When, you know, for them to be very vulnerable and transparent right now, they just said, yo, we were not together, we were separated. She was doing her own thing, I was doing my own thing. I know there was rumors about Will Smith and Margot Robbie. They were out doing a bunch of stuff, especially once the Suicide Squad started rolling. And, you know, they're saying all this stuff happened years ago, meaning that, you know, I guess whatever the time frame is, 4 years ago till whenever that she was messing with August Alsina. So this sounds like, at least from what they're saying, it sounds like this isn't a recurring event that they've been doing, at least based off of what they're saying right now. But we got another 4 minutes, so, you know, let's see what other bombshells they drop on us.
When I say it's been a huge healing on my life and just what I had to confront and discover,
Yeah.
you know, about myself, the ugly truths and the beauty. So it was something that I felt like wasn't really ready to be discussed because there hadn't been that healing, because he hasn't wanted to, you know, Og and I haven't talked in so long. You know what I mean? So I don't know. This all seemed very strange, you know. But I'm
they mad at
grateful
August Alsina,
for
yeah.
the journey that you and I have had together.
Yeah, not
Because I
happy.
feel like there are a
What it
lot of
sounds like.
couples that go through those periods.
Yeah.
And a lot of couples that have to separate and think it's
Yeah.
over. And,
Yeah.
you know, the one thing I'll say about you and I is that there's never
Me.
been secrets.
Right.
I'm
We
people.
came together young,
couple.
and we were both broken in our own ways, and to be able to make mistakes without the fear of losing your family is so critical.
Yeah. It's the idea of any relationship and trying to get to deeper understanding of love is going to be forged in fire.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the things that I'm deeply grateful in this whole process between you and I is that we have really gotten to that new place of unconditional love.
Because I wasn't sure I was ever going to speak to you again.
I know.
Yeah, like the fact that I'm speaking to you again is a miracle.
I would agree.
No, but it ain't for the weak at heart. There's just certain things that you have to go through, and it's like...
And I wish, I wish that wasn't the case. I do. I wish that wasn't the case.
I sure wish it could be all magic and miracles.
Yeah. You got to go through some to get the answers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just happy because I definitely believe that you and I, we never, ever, ever thought that we would make it back.
Yeah, there's a real power in the just knowing somebody's riding with you no matter what.
Yeah.
And you really can't know that
until you go
through some stuff, you know? Right. I don't want to go through this no more.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
Yeah.
I bet y'all don't.
I'm going to get you back first, and then...
You going to get me back. I think you got me back. I think we're good on that,
okay? Okay, that's probably true.
But, and...
Will trying to get that hall pass. She said, I think I got you back already. What you do, Will? Who'd you smash, man? What cheeks were you splitting, yo? Was it Margot Robbie? Maybe that's the next episode of Red Table Talk. We figure out who Will whose back he was breaking. That's crazy. This is good.
I'm gonna get you back first, and then
you gonna get me back. I think you got me back. I think we're good on that, okay?
Okay, that's probably true.
But and I don't think it's about getting anybody back.
No, for me it is.
Okay, I'll give you that petty. If that's what you want.
He mean that too. He not even. He laughing. They laughing. He mean that.
I will definitely say it's just part of it.
Yeah.
If you expect to be with somebody for a lifetime.
25 years and counting.
We ride together.
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
That's terrible.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
That was bad.
But yeah, it's just part of the journey.
I told you the first year we were married.
What'd you tell me?
That I can love you through anything.
And I didn't believe you.
Yeah.
If somebody looked through a crystal ball and said, this, and this is going to happen, I'd be like, no way.
Yeah. You thought I was that I didn't have the girth that it was going to take to ride with you through.
Yeah. I didn't know if you would be willing to find the deep capacity to love me.
Yeah. How am I doing?
You're doing great.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah. You're awesome.
All right. Well, that was the Red Table Talk episode. That's the first time I've ever watched it. And I can honestly say I'm a fan. I really enjoy the vulnerability that they both expressed just now. They really told us about their relationship. I mean, granted, the hand was kind of forced with, the whole August interview that happened last week with Angela Yee. But for them, it didn't really seem very PR-y. Like, the only thing that really seemed very, fabricated and very, diplomatic was when Jada was trying to use the words entanglement, and then Will was like, just call it what it is. It was a relationship. We were not together. We were separated. It's something that we weren't making public. It was just family matters, family business at the time. I mean, he said he didn't think he was going to talk to her no more. She thought the same thing. Apparently, off of what we just heard, that Will basically has gotten even with Jada already for this whole August Alsina thing. I think it's dope. that they're really just regular people that just so happen to be celebrities. I think a lot of people put Will and Jada on like a pedestal, saying, marriage goals and hashtag relationship goals on Twitter and Instagram. And it's just like, yo, all these people are regular schmegular people. Put their pants on just like everybody else does, brush their teeth, go do their business, go home, go to sleep. Nobody, this is great. I think this is what America needs. I mean, granted, there's a lot going on out here. Black Lives Matter. Breonna Taylor's murderers are still out there free. Don't forget about that. And we kind of need a little bit of a break from it. But the break that we got from hearing this for 13 minutes was that, hey, we're regular people, just like everybody else. Everybody goes through the same problems. A lot of stuff that Jada and Will were talking about, I put myself in their shoes because I've been in situations like those with past relationships and relationships in general where, you just got to learn. You learn with somebody. You don't learn everything before you get with somebody and then you're married, Like she said, I don't want to mess quote her, but, she basically said marriage or relationships are forged with fire. And I think that's true. Like, the honeymoon phase is over fast. The honeymoon phase is like very minute and small compared to the grand scheme of things when it's a relationship, And I think that's dope that they also mentioned that, she appreciates the fact that, he stuck with her, and that, he said that, I guess you didn't realize that I really meant that I could love you through anything. And I think that was a very powerful statement. I think that was a very powerful quote. He said, I could love you through anything, meaning that he knew the day that they got married that they were going to make each other mad. They were going to piss each other off. They're going to do things that they're not going to like, but that does not mean that they still don't love each other. That doesn't mean that they still care about each other any less. Like, yeah, you get mad. Yeah, you get pissed off. Yeah, you don't want to talk to somebody, whether it be for days, for weeks, for months, maybe even for years. I mean, granted, we don't know how long they were separated and she was dealing with August and Will was doing whatever he was doing, but they still managed to find their way back to each other. I mean, granted, we don't know. Again, this is just what they're telling us, but I'm just going off the information that's presented to me from the people involved in the situation that they had a fight. They back on good terms. This happened years ago. August coming out about this is way out of pocket and just kind of she said strange that it just popped up out of nowhere now. I mean, granted, he did just drop an album, so I'm pretty sure that this did help his album sales. I mean, let's not lie about that. But he was also telling his truth. He was telling his side of the story. And, now it's been corroborated by the other side. It sounds like he wasn't really lying. I mean, he wasn't lying. It is what it is. It is what it was. I do like how Jada said that, she corrected that when August said that Will gave him permission. Where, again, that is objectifying women. And Jada said the only person that gives permission is her. And that's real. You can't just say, oh, hey, man, you can borrow this like it's a set of tools. I mean, that's your wife. So you can't do that. She got her own mind, especially if you guys were separated and you guys were, doing your own thing separately. But that was dope. That was pretty cool. They definitely want to marry. I don't think anybody was off their side, but I feel like they really solidified themselves as just like a wholesome family, because I feel like you can still be wholesome and still be an example to lead by and still fuck up and still make mistakes and still do bad stuff or whatever. And I think that was great. I think it was dope. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the Smith family. But guys, this is my first reaction video. Please let me know in the comments below. I know the camera's a little crappy. We're working on that right now. Please like, comment, subscribe. Definitely share the video. How'd y'all feel about the Red Table Talk? Are you feeling the same way about me? Do you think they're gonna work out? Do you think August was wrong for coming out in the first place about all this? Was that in good taste what he did? Definitely let me know in the comments below. Hey, I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. Y'all have a good one. Peace.